The Republicans, there's a silver lining in this, because now you're going to have a poster child on a national scale of who the Democratic Party is at this point. The Democratic Party, which I used to be proudly a part of, is now home to anti-American, Hamas-sympathizing, woke, what is a woman extremists. And that's unfortunately what it is. Caroline Levitt said it the other day. She said the Democratic Party is now Hamas sympathizers and open border illegal immigrants, that whole clip that she did. And she's not wrong. That's the problem. I would love to see the Democratic brand get back to normal. Talk about the economy, talk about the average working person. There's a stat out there, I'll try to find it, about how the average working person, the average person in America, they've so disenfranchised from the Democratic Party. It's all college-educated elites. And unfortunately, this is what New York City is at this point. By the way, as far as data goes, we talked about at the top of the segment, the billboards warn New York, New Jersey residents are moving out in mass. I've been seeing this for years. Born and raised in Miami, people always ask, this is the same conversation I always have. They go, hey, so where are you from? I go, yeah, from Miami. They go, but like, where are you from? Like, Miami. But like, where were you born and raised? Miami. Like, what? People are from Miami? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, where are you from? I'm like, yeah, Miami. But like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Jersey. I've been here 7 years. I'm like, so you're from Jersey? Yeah, you're from Jersey. I can't tell you how many people I meet. It's like real estate agents, OnlyFans girls, club promoters, and New York or New Jerseys. That's in Miami. Yep. Like, take a guess of who's who. But is this the Caroline Levin clip? Yeah. All right. This is the Democratic Party, unfortunately, at this point.
Proved that the Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. That is who the Democrat Party is catering to, not the Trump administration and not the White House and not the Republican Party, who is standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country, but around the world. And that's
the most important thing that she said there was that's who they are catering to. I'm not saying that that's who they are made up of. That's who they're pandering to, and that's the problem.
But Pat, who's like, if you take a second, it's the socialist, communist, it's Bernie Sanders, AOC, and him. And what else do you have to choose from? Gavin Newsom, bro, or J.B. Pritzker. It's like these guys have a horrible...
Which we'll get to. Let's stay on New York City. We will get to that. But when you're looking at this with New York City, Hakeem Jeffries comes out and endorses Mamdani, head of early voting. Okay, and here's Hakeem Jeffries. Go ahead, Rob.
Leader, why are you backing Mamdani in the mayor's race?
Well, he's a Democratic nominee, and as he's indicated, he is relentlessly focused on the affordability of everyday New Yorkers. Of course, we know that affordability is a big concern in the city of New York, but also across this great state.
You can pause it. So he endorses him. Well, and meanwhile, you see this other story. Over 25% of New Yorkers consider fleeing if Mamdani is elected mayor. Okay, 25%.
Wow. Okay? Of just everybody, average person.
Let me read it to you. An incredible 26.5% of New York City residents considering fleeing the city if the Democrat communist Islamist Zoran Mamdani wins next month's mayoral race. This is a Breitbart story. And yes, he is going to win the mayoral race, is what the story says. And as I will explain below, he wants those 26.5% to relocate out of the city. When asked, would you consider moving out of New York City if Mamdani is elected mayor? 26.5% said yes, while 68.4% said no. Only 5.2% were undecided. However, Mamdani's approval rating averages out to 2,996 on a scale of 1 out of 5, which is not great, but it still beats Governor Cuomo's 2.4 and Republican candidate Curtis Lewa. The poll also found that 39% of respondents believe Mamdani is a threat to the future of the city. No shit. Polling internals were not provided, including the number of residents polled or the margin of error. Mamdani and his fellow Democrats want those 26.5% of New York City residents to flee. Writing America of normal people is one of the primary goals of the Democratic Party, and this starts with Democrats run cities like San Francisco, Chicago, Charlotte, LA, Portland, Minneapolis by deliberately using violent crime, high tax, and overregulation to make life intolerable for normal people. Democrats can... Okay, so this is that story, right? So, Tom, do you actually think if Mamdani wins, I don't know if there's going to be 26.5%. Do you actually think people are going to leave New York City? And if your answer is yes, will it be worse than it was during COVID?
Yes, and it will be worse than COVID. And I was telling you, I was sorry for that really fast riff. You know, you said it was 2 minutes. I think it was 30 seconds, but it probably felt like 2 minutes. I apologize.
All good.
But that really happened yesterday. The very nice guy and appeared to be